Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a recent issue that has arisen in the United States related to the ban of a very popular video streaming platform, especially for the short duration videos, that is TikTok. So TikTok ban seems to be looming in the United States. We know that India already has banned this platform 5 years back in 2020. So let us try to understand what was the rationale behind the banning of this platform in India and what is the alternative that has emerged after the ban both in India as well as outside of India, and what is the current issues regarding the ban of TikTok in the United States. Now, to give you the brief background of this particular issue, TikTok is facing a ban after the United States had basically put a federal law, and as per this federal law, the company that is ByteDance we can say is the parent company of many social media platforms and the video streaming platforms including TikTok. So this particular federal law will force the ByteDance to sell its operations to an American firm or shut shop there. Now the deal has not materialized as of now, and that is why there is a possibility that the app might itself be banned in the coming few days. Now the fate of this popular short video app will be determined on Friday by the ruling of United States Supreme Court, which many experts argue that Supreme Court is going to upheld the ban on the app, and that is why that will be something that we can say is the end of TikTok in US. Now thousands of users has expressed obviously disappointment with the impending ban. The reason is because in recent few years, the such kind of video streaming platform has not only been used for the entertainment purposes by the video creator, but it also has emerged as a big, thick, fat source of revenue generation, both by the companies advertising through this platform as well as the content creator who are influencing by using their what can I say influence. They are influencing the use of certain brands. So that is why the disappointment is much more greater. Now in this context, if you understand that why India had banned the app in 2020, so it can be traced back to the downturn that we witnessed in the bilateral relationship of India and China, and it hit a low in year 2020, more specifically in the month of June. So what actually had happened in the month of June is we know popularly by the term of Galwan clashes. Now we know that in the area around line of actual control in the Ladakh region, there is a valley called as Galwan Valley, and in Galwan valleys, for the first time in 45 years, the confrontation become so huge, or what you can say, such kind of confrontation become so deadliest that it resulted into a large scale military standoff and also death of soldiers from both sides. So this has resulted into action by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology from India, where it's just 2 weeks after the clashes, it banned 59 apps of the Chinese origin, and that included the popular app of TikTok as well. Now, after the ban in the June 2020, what the ministry has said that it had received reports of misuse of some mobile apps, including TikTok. So, what exactly is the ground of ban? The ministry has noted that there has been a report of stealing and surreptitiously transporting and transmitting of users' data collected from the Indian consumer base, Indian user base, into such servers which have been located outside India. And this kind of data transfer is something that is unauthorized. And because of such kind of unauthorized data transfer, maybe many sensitive data are also being transferred, and this might be used to compromise the sovereignty and integrity of India. So the banning of app is nothing, but it is one way of ensuring that India's sovereignty and integrity is not threatened through any methods or any means by any adversary countries, including China. Now, if you look at the law or legislation around this ban, the ban is on the basis of Section 69A of the IT Act 2000. Now, under this section, the government has been given power that can block public access of any information which might be put into the public using any kind of computer resources, whether it is the video streaming platform, whether it is a social media app, or any kind of medium, if government deems it necessary. Now it's not only on the whims and fancies of the government that government can put such blanket ban. The government can only put a ban if such a display of information will not be in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, will compromise to some extent the defense of India, and also can threaten the security of the state. So if these conditions are fulfilled, Section 69A of the Act kicks in, and this is exactly what has been used and implemented by the government of India. Now, interestingly, if you look at the first Trump presidency, he was very much against this social media app. And not only US, even several countries from European Union, Canada have access, or what you can say, has put a limited access to TikTok, citing the cyber security threat. Now, in the month of August 2020, just 2 months after India has banned the TikTok, Trump attempted to restrict US citizens' transactions with the properties under ByteDance. If you remember, in the beginning of video, I told you that ByteDance is the parent company that holds TikTok. And he has actually acknowledged India's ban of TikTok, and he said that US also must take aggressive action against the owners of TikTok, again to protect the national security of United States. And in the March 2023, then Biden administration also have taken a certain stance, and they asked government agency to delete the app from the federal devices. Biden administration also was trying to bring a law which would have banned TikTok permanently, but it had a kind of, what you can say, a legal brick. Now, if you look at the Trump's recent stance on TikTok, he has completely reversed his position from the year 2020. In 2024, he said that US Senate moved to permanently, after US Senate moved to permanently ban the app, forcing ByteDance to divest from TikTok. He has said that now my stance toward TikTok has changed, and he is even willing to save the app from any kind of ban. Now, the reason behind this can be considered as because he has presence on the TikTok, and through the TikTok he is able to what you can say, influence, and he is able to reach out to a large number of American citizens, especially in a certain demographic, younger demographic, you can understand. So he might think that it is good for him that if he keep using the TikTok, he will be able to influence and reach out to the masses. And that is why in the recent speeches, he has said that now he has developed what he refer as a warm spot for the TikTok. So we have to wait and watch, because as you know, the Supreme Court is coming up with its own judgment, US Supreme Court, and most probably it is believed that Supreme Court will uphold the ban. Now, once it upheld the ban, how Trump's executive order will clash with it, that is what we have to wait and watch, because even if Trump passes executive order to remove the ban from the TikTok, it will have to go against the Supreme Court's ruling. So most probably Trump's order will also hit what you can call as a legal brick wall. So this is the entire issue as of now surrounding TikTok in the United States. Now, after the ban of TikTok, there has been several alternatives that we have seen being that has emerged in India. For example, you talk about before the 2020 ban, TikTok had amassed around 200 million users in India, and it was the second largest user base the company has after the China. Now, interestingly, most of the user bases of this particular app were popular from tier 1 and tier 2 cities, as well as their influencers. And due to the increasing reach of these video streaming platforms and increasing fan following of the influencers and video creators on this platform, many big brands and companies began to use them as a leverage for what we refer as influencer marketing. Through the influencer marketing, companies were able to connect, brands were able to connect with a wider masses, diverse customer bases. Obviously, that has led to increase in their sell and profit. So when this ban kicked in, it means that influencer had to find another platform, as well as the brands also have to find another platform to promote their products. Now, Indian players have emerged here. For example, Moj, Chingari, Jose, and MX Player, MX Takatak, if we talk about, these were the major alternatives that propped up just after TikTok ban and emerged onto the scene. And not only they emerged into the scene, but also they were able to quickly fill the space that was left vacant by the TikTok, the ban of the TikTok. In this context, the data has been released by the Red Seer Strategy Consultant, where it has reported that the Indian short format video users and user base surpassed TikTok's user base within 3 months by capitalizing on TikTok ban. So in one way, we can say that all the video creators, influencers who were working or who were active on the TikTok, they found some other alternative in the form of 3-4 alternatives that they had available. Not only that, it is the domestic what you can say video streaming platforms of the India that were able to fill the space, but also they were able to face, or they were facing heavy competition from the global giant, because you have the Instagram, you have the Facebook, you have YouTube. So all these apps have come up with a short format video streaming platforms or short format videos supporting platforms as well. And that is why the ban on the TikTok, to a large extent, whatever its negative impact or adverse impact has been, today it seems to be washed away. Now, if you look at the users in India, it is reported that majority of the users of the short format video or such kind of streaming platform, 60% of them come from the metro cities and tier 1 cities. In tier 2 cities also, it has dominated the use of Indian SFV app, and around 45 to 55% of Indian app users were from the tier 2 cities. So tier 1, metro and tier 2, these are the cities or these are the areas where most of the creators are present as well as most of the consumers are available. And the report also has noted an increase in the metro and tier 1 user for Indian apps between 2023 and 2024, obviously as a direct result of the ban on the TikTok. So that is all about this particular video. I hope you got the gist of what is the entire controversy around TikTok in the US and how India has dealt with the same matter five years back in year 2020. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your fellow aspirants as well as subscribe to our channel for more such helpful content. Thank you.